Hello tacticians! Today's Mythic journey has been on my request list since February, when I concluded I'd do it during the next campaign event season when I could run the Tau event, and forgot about it. Thank a Robert Kilcommons 8752 for reminding me. To all the viewers who requested Hollan and have so far been disappointed, I'm sorry, and here's at least a very theoretical on it. Mission 1. Defeat 8 enemies that have the close combat weakness trait with Hollan in one battle. Best done in a low-level stage of Farsight's legendary release event against the Tau. If you don't want to wait for that, or for another LRE with a track against the Tau, you can try to complete the mission in the Tau campaign event in a stage such as Standard 6 or Standard 7 with 8 or more fire-cased warriors and kill all of them with Hollan, which is probably going to be as horrible as it sounds. You will probably want to bring the Tyrant Guard for damage mitigation and something with Synapse to make sure the Tyrant Guard can run around and still go into defense mode. Other than that, I'm afraid at this time I can only wish you the best of luck, because I don't know when next I will be able to run the Tau campaign event to record a practical. But I will make an addendum video and link to it in the description when I can. For a demonstration on how bad this is gonna be, you can check out the practical for Mission 5, where I brought a Gold 1 Hollan to Epic Capped Onslaught and he still could barely keep himself alive without really having to worry about healing other heroes. Oh well, time to move on. Mission 2. Restore 3400 health with Hollan in one turn. This mission is a hero development check and will need quite a big Hollan, because the only way to increase healing done is by directly increasing the unit's attack stat. And as far as I know, nowadays only Kalgar, Aethana and Anshi buff that. According to the wiki, a maxed out legendary Hollan has an attack of 3888, so Diamond 2 may be enough. And I'm guessing with the plus 900 attack from a level 50 Kalgar's passive, Diamond 1 or so might work too. So, hit the arena with Hollan, Kalgar and possibly Aethana or even Anshi if you're feeling like you can extend the fight into the third round when Anshi buffs attack, then take some damage and do some healing like this.
The second mission of Hollan's Mythic journey requires him to heal 3400 HP in one turn, which can be assisted with in the arena, because you can bring Kalgar and possibly other buffers to increase Hollan's damage stat to the required amount. And as you can see, my Gold 1 Hollan would need about 3 Kalgars to do that, so I'm not really gonna worry about getting the mission done on record, and instead I will just demonstrate how roughly it would go. So here I baited out Galgortz's ranged attack with Dante and immediately healed him back. So in an ideal world, my Hollan would have been on the Mythic journey and this would have been 3400. And now I just need to win the arena. So I think I'm gonna sacrifice Ragnar. Oh, never mind, that was an overkill. Good. Next I'm gonna kill the Spore, because why not? And I think this might work nicely. There. The good old Danteston 1-2 punch. There. Fun and balanced. Okay, that was a solid bait out. There. There. I actually don't want Mephiston to attack now. I want him to use his passive to slice all the way into Snotflogger to kill him. And with that, I think the fight is won for the most part. I just need to destroy the Thresh like this. And that's roughly how to complete Hollan's second mission. Moving on.
Mission 3. Summon 10 units with Hollan. If you're locked into the Tau campaign event after mission 1, this will be extremely easy. Just manually farm a few upgrades from the event and make sure to drop Mr. Hyde every time. If not, bring him into your next 10 arenas along with your toughest team so that you can functionally foreman them. The practical for mission 4 is a good bad example. Or into onslaughts if you're currently honoring a Xenos hero. I don't think this one really needs a practical, I mean everybody can use Hollan's active, so I'm gonna move on. Mission 4. Deal 5000 damage to enemies on contamination hexes with Hollan in one turn. This is definitely an arena mission. Bring the Plague Burst Crawler for contamination on demand, Galgords, Vitruvius or Thoriad to double Hollan's number of hits, and maybe the Ragnar and Anshi combo and you should be golden.
The fourth mission of Hollan's Mythic journey supposedly requires him to deal 5000 damage to enemies on contamination hexes in one turn, and I'm gonna try that in this arena. So I think that I will bait out Dante to come over here. Then I will prepare something like this, and I'll see about baiting Ragnar somewhere into this region. As you can see, I have brought my rapid assault team, including Karn, because this is not really gonna be comfortable. And as usual, the Spore is fucking me over because I would really need to have Hollan in range of Ragnar here, I think. The enemy Ragnar, I mean. Okay, let's see if Karn can do this. Not quite. Probably should have softened up Karn with Dante. There. Now I cannot get Hollan adjacent to Ragnar, which isn't great. I need to get Karian killed, because otherwise I will just lose, and I want to cock block Galgords from vying, because otherwise I will just lose. Oh well, fuck it. So, there. Debuff Ragnar with Vitruvius. Pop the shit on him, and of course the Plague Burst debuffs Dante as well. And let's see if with the hopeful crits Hollan can score the 5000 damage. And he cannot. Lovely. But at least Galgords didn't so now he's gonna die. And I just need to somehow clobber Karian to death, which should be possible with this team. Just barely. And yeah, let that be a lesson. A gold 1 Hollan will need probably more buffers or low ground to do this mission reliably. Moving on.
Mission 5. Deal 50,000 damage with Hollan. At the first glance, this mission looks doable in Xenos Onslaught, where you can bring Aleph and Rivas or Galgords for tanking and repairs. Eldrion to buff Hollan's damage to one-shot his targets, and the Tyrant Guard to protect Hollan so that he can attack one turn and self-heal the next. But after recording the practical, I'll say go one tier lower than you think you could, because even with only having to keep alive himself and the Tyrant Guard, Hollan's hands are too full, or he has too few.
The final mission of Hollan's Mythic journey is supposedly for him to deal 50,000 damage, which I think is best progressed in Onslaught, and since my Hollan is barely Gold 1, I'm gonna do the legendary Gold sector. Okay, I think I'm gonna set up like this, with Eldrion buffing Hollan and the Tyrant Guard protecting him. And this is gonna be a real pain in the ass, because, well, Hollan needs to do kinda too many things. He needs to be attacking, and he also needs to be healing himself and the Tyrant Guard. And his damage output is on the lower end, but at least with the enemies mostly having 1000 HP apparently, he should be able to get some progress. Sadly, I won't get the tally. Oh wow, and he's already almost dead, even through the Tyrant Guard's protection. That's very nice. Okay, now the Gene Stealer is screwing up my formation. That's also great. Let's do this then. Boom. And actually, I want to keep the decoy alive because extra damage for Hollan. Damn, stuff is happening. A lot of stuff is happening. Okay, I think Hollan should be able to survive a turn like this, but I'm not so sure about the Tyrant Guard, to be honest. Okay, so you die for the second time. Aleph heals. I may want to do some body blocking here, but if I move Eldrion, then the Gene Stealer will wreak havoc on Hollan. Okay. I'm playing it real close here. There. There. Yeah, Hollan really isn't the best of healers, I guess. This is functionally at a difficulty cap for him, so I don't think this will be easy with any setup. The lack of a second healer is very noticeable because, well, like I said, Hollan needs to do too many things. He needs to heal everyone. Well, the Tyrant Guard, he needs to heal himself, and he needs to be dealing damage. So without a second healer in the Xenos roster, and by that I mean a proper healer, not a mechanic like Aleph is, this is going to be really unpleasant. So, screw it. I'm just gonna clear the onslaught. I mean, by now you get the idea that this isn't gonna be a fun mission, and I may be changing my opinion on onslaught being the best way to do this. Just not sure how else I would do it. I will complete the mission outside of the Tau campaign event, which probably would be, if not less inconvenient, then maybe at least, something Hollan can enter readily whenever you want. So yeah, lack of stages most Xenos faction can enter whenever they want to or whenever you need is really player friendly. And enough shit pricks bashing, time to clear the onslaught and get my just rewards, and to also move on to the conclusion. Oh, that's pathetic. And that was the very theoretical on Hollan. So my conclusion after all this is that as a healer he isn't really good because his healing is kinda low. He probably relies on his passive to give everybody a buffer and then hopefully maybe on character rotation in and out of combat to extend their lives. And of course he relies on usually being paired with other gene stealers who you don't care about if they die once in a fight, because well, everybody knows how pleasant the gene stealers are to fight. And yes, they are a very much PvP faction with their mechanics. That said, they probably have their uses outside of PvP as well. I just am yet to find any, other than the Tau campaign event, obviously. But in the PvP, they are such a cancerous pain in the ass that everybody will want to build them for Guild Wars, I guess. And with that, I think I said all the positive things I could about Hollan and about the Gene Stealers, so I best cut the video here and go do something else. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, even though I didn't really show the most difficult mission for Holland, which is the first one, because I cannot enter the fucking Tau campaign event whenever I fucking want. So, again, shit pricks, thank you for time gating shit. And I hope to see you again in front of the screen at the next one. Kaurin, out.